So I was watching the show called Stranger Things. And on this show called Stranger Things, this lady would go underwater and they would just, it's right before she went underwater, they'd put like a what looked like a fishbowl over her head. And then she would go under the water and the fishbowl would create an air pocket. And she was under the water, but she didn't have like scuba gear or snorkel. And I was talking to my wife and I said, how does that work? And she said, well, you can create an air pocket underwater.
Yeah.
So I said, if I went to my pool outside,
put a big old
fucking bucket on my head, and I go under the water, I'm going to have a fucking air pocket.
You never played those kind of games when you were a kid?
I don't understand it. Is that really going to happen?
You capture air as long as there's no way for the air to escape and you're strong enough to pull it underwater. Then yes, you can stick your head in it and breathe for a small amount of time.
What if I just put it on my head, right? And I put a bucket on my head, like a 5-gallon bucket, put my hands on the top of the bucket, okay, to hold it in.
It's going to be real hard to pull underwater.
And then I push my body below.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's going to be real hard. 5 gallons of air is really hard to push underwater.
Why is that?
Buoyancy. It doesn't want to go underwater. It wants to rise.
So how did you take the air pockets underwater?
You push it underwater.
Because they said that person that survived for like 21 days in that sunken ship survived in a fucking like air pocket.
Yeah, that's the Titanic goes down and you have a room that's sealed, or you have a compartment that's sealed, airtight, where water can't get in, air can't get out. Yeah, you can survive for hours.
A fucking person survived for like days in a goddamn air pocket.
It has to be a large air pocket, otherwise you'll suffocate on carbon dioxide.
Well, it was like the kitchen, or it was the bathroom.
It has to be a fairly large space and a lot of air in there, and not a lot of people, one person or something.
It was one person.
Yeah,
and they fucking went down to this like sunken ship.
I have no clue what you're talking about, but yeah, that's possible.
This was years ago. This is fucking crazy. It was like you never heard this story?
No, I've never heard this story. I'm scoffing at the idea that you don't understand how air pockets work.
Well, I've never seen, he's alive. Nigerian sailor. Yeah. A phenomenon. Nigerian sailor, a phenomenon for surviving an air pocket for 60 hours. Harrison Okini remained in a bubble within an upturned boat at depths experts say would be fatal for even experienced divers. 11 other crew members died as the vessel sank some 12 miles off Nigeria's coast. And the boat plunged 30 meters into the freezing depths.
Like 100 feet.
Wearing only his underpants, Okeen prayed as water seeped slowly but steadily into a 4-foot square air bubble in the cabin.
And then 60 hours in a 4-foot square?
Air bubble.
That's some monk shit.
That's what they're saying. This is fucking unreal, is what they're saying.
Because that doesn't seem like a big enough space. You breathing, you take in oxygen, expel carbon dioxide. Eventually, you'd run out of oxygen and suffocate.
Well, it says once Harrison had been located, there were worries he would panic during the rescue while his body had absorbed potentially fatal amounts of nitrogen. I don't know why so much nitrogen.
It's in the air as well.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then they had to figure out how to get him out. You would dive recreationally for no more than 20 minutes at those depths. And this guy was just fucking living under for 60 hours.
But he was still inside of a boat.
No, but can you imagine the fear? You're there under the goddamn water and you're like, why are you like at that point? Do you think do you even, what point do you realize do you ever think like yourself, okay, I made it 60 hours. Maybe I can just live under this fucking thing.
No, I never think, oh, this is my new home. I would start decorating and we got to get the feng shui right here. No, I mean, I think every minute you're under there you're thinking it's your last one and you just hold on. If you're strong-willed, you just hope to survive. Hope somebody finds you.
I would either accept that that's my new home and become convinced I can live forever.
Start meeting your crab neighbors and making friends with the sharks.
Or I probably would have given up.
Most people, I'm pretty sure, would have just given up and gone like, well, fuck, I'm dead. Look here. Let's go ahead and accept this.
Plus, how did he sleep?
I doubt he slept.
60 hours, you probably got a wink. He got a wink or two.
Not if you're treading water.
He was getting a fucking wink or two.